With an election comes big changes both before and after the event. So what does this mean for gold? Do previous elections indicate that this year will be a good year to own gold or not? And what can we expect for the price? Let's find out. We are nearly halfway through 2024. This is the election year, and it's also turning out to be the year for gold and silver.
Well, I guess the good news is there's going to be an election, I hope. If we don't have an election in November, that's very bad news. Mark your calendar. If we don't have an election in November, it's very bad news. I have no idea which one of them will win. I read the polls like everybody else. I do know I will not vote for either of them. I will vote, but I will vote a protest vote because neither one of them is competent, if you ask me. But it doesn't matter about my vote. One of them is going to win. And then we will probably start having problems. We've had a very long bull market in the US without problems. An election often releases some tension, some pressures, and that will probably happen this year. And, you know, the US has had the longest bull market without a problem in history, the longest in history. So I would suspect by November or next year or sometime, some of this is going to start to unload and we're going to have a bear market again. I mean, we've had bear markets every few years since the beginning of time. Nobody likes bear markets. Well, some people do, but most people don't. But I would urge people to understand we've had many bear markets in history, and I hope we're going to have many, many more. I hope I live long enough to see many more. And it's going to be bad because the debt is so high. The debt is so high everywhere, and you should find ways to protect yourself, whether it's silver, whether it's selling short, whatever it is.
Big uncertainty is a key word, Dave. Either side, whether you lean left, right, or centrist, it's more about not so much the candidates. I'll get to it in a second, but the uncertainty. Well, I'm not sure who's going to win, so maybe that would put a little more pressure to buy an asset like precious metals. On the other hand, going back into the 2016 election, and Mr. T won the election and was president for 4 years, our business really dropped off substantially. And the only way I can analyze that, trying to be objective, is that, well, Big Daddy's here. He's going to fix everything for me. Why do I need precious metals? Where, good times are here again. Things are great again. It's wonderful again. I should sell my, precious metals and just enjoy the party, which is really not thinking it through critically, because the economy is not run by the president of the United States, although they would allude to the fact that power exists. It really doesn't. It can have an effect, of course. I mean, depending on how you tax the oil market, for example, which is huge, it can affect, whether the economy is stronger or weaker, but they don't have as much power as the mainstream press and financial press will tell you that they do. But it's all perception. If you perceive that good times here, well, why do I need metals now? And I really saw that. And then when the other side came in, did not see much growth. Still, wasn't changing the guard, didn't really wake people up. And I think that had to do more with the inflation rate getting so high that people that were able to pick up, stack, I don't know, make up a number, 10 coins a month or whatever, that went away. Those 10 coins went into food and groceries and gasoline and their insurance premium that just went up 40%.
Now, of course, the US election and the winning candidate, whether it's Harris or Trump, whether it's Republican or Democrat, can significantly impact the price of gold. But it's just one piece of the puzzle. Gold's status as a safe haven asset means it's influenced by global macroeconomic trends and geopolitical events as well. Central bank policies, currency strength, and major geopolitical events all play crucial roles in the shaping of gold prices. And what does all this mean? We can talk about what's happening in Congress. We can talk about who's winning the election. We can talk about what's happening on a geopolitical level. Well, gold is doing very well right now, and it has done so well, not just because of who is in the White House. It is doing very well because it is a global asset that is impacted by events across the globe. Now, of course, policies and decisions made by the US will have an impact, but as we've seen in recent months, the gold market is starting to take direction from multiple sources. Whether those sources are worried about a war in the Middle East, de-dollarization, another pandemic, inflation, or even sanctions, they all turn to the same asset, gold, and no president will change that sentiment. So if you want to get on board and you want to find out how you can invest in more gold or perhaps silver, then check out one of our other videos now.